I'll eat this for King Henry. Every time I put sugar in my tea, I think King Henry's gonna love this. Every time I eat pineapple, this pineapple used to be like so expensive, I used to rent them out.
I think you're thinking a little bit too much about King Henry.
No.
If every time you eat food,
Every time I eat food from now on, if I eat something that's especially nice, I'm going to go, you know what, King Henry will love this. Haha, suck on that, fat boy. King Henry VIII is mostly known for two things. Being a dick to about a third of his wives, and being a colossal fat ass. But I'd like to add another thing to that list today, exploding in his coffin.
So for the American viewers, do you want to tell them who Henry VIII was?
Of course, if your knowledge of King Henry VIII is limited to that one episode of The Simpsons where he's played by Homer.
I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am.
He was an English king who ruled throughout the first half of the 16th century. King Henry accomplished quite a lot during his reign as king, including the English Reformation, which he did primarily to help himself get a divorce. And he's also known for being that king who had 6 wives and was a dick to most of them. What's the rhyme? There's a rhyme, isn't there?
The one big-headed dies, but one big-headed survives.
So the one who survives, the one who gets away. So he wasn't a dick to all of them, as much as most of them. So this dude was one world-class fucking pussy hound, I think we can make out of it.
With all those beautiful ladies in there, why on earth did you pick on me?
Yeah, there's a couple of things, I suppose.
Oh, Madge, you're only after one thing.
Why? What's the matter with the other one?
He created a new religion to get a divorce, and then killed 2 of his wives because they wouldn't give him a son. How is he our most famous monarch?
What, are you retarded?
King Henry VIII was also known for being a colossal fat ass, a description I use in the least offensive, most accurate manner possible. The king's appetite and accompanying girth as a result of that appetite were legendary, with the king routinely consuming over 5,000 calories every single day. King Henry's weight ballooned to the point where at his peak he had a 54-inch waist and weighed 400 pounds and needed to be carted around his castle. Is that true? So that's the thing, you always hear that he was so fat they wheeled him around. Did they actually wheel him around?
I imagine it was more like not casting, I imagine it was like a wheelchair.
I'm just thinking, this is the ruler of our country. This is a man appointed by God. He is the highest authority in the land. And you go up and you'd see him and he's getting wheeled around in a fucking wheelbarrow, just shoving ham into his face. And go, yeah, that's my ruler. He's the guy I want on my money. There is pictures of him when he was younger, and he does look like so handsome. And I'm pretty sure that's how he got married so quickly and so often.
Do you, Henry, take this woman to...
I do, and so does she. Right, love, that's it. Through there.
Because they only really had like 1 or 2 portraits commissioned a year. So my theory is that he just sent out that one good portrait from when he was 20 and super huge and buff.
It's like the historical version of Tinder.
Yeah, it is. Where he's pointing out, his portrait was the historical equivalent of that really tentatively cropped selfie that crops out the 3 kids you've got.
So what actually happened to him?
Well, he died of a massive ham-induced heart attack about 10 years after a horse riding accident. Accident that left him effectively bedridden, so he couldn't move. Or obviously he couldn't move his hands, because obviously he kept feeding himself.
Wasn't there a story about him bricking his wall up every night?
Yeah, I think that is true. He was so paranoid about being assassinated, because obviously he couldn't exactly run away from an assassin. He could probably roll over. We needed his servants, really. So yeah, he used to brick up his the entrance to his bedroom every single night, and then they'd have to unbrick it to get to him in the morning. Imagine if he needed a shit. So I've had enough trouble when
I think they've already found the solution to that when he can't get out of his bed.
Fair enough. But I've had enough trouble when I get up and I'm trying to not wake my housemate up, opening that door which creaks. Imagine knocking on a brick wall every time you need to piss in the middle of the night.
Oh, Henry's got the shits again.
And then you've got to put the door back up. You just hear clink, 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 clink. But he used to do it all the time. You think after maybe a week, you think it's got to be a fucking easy way than bricking his wall up every night. Surely he's got a door or a guard.
Yeah, but the guard could have assassinated him.
Oh, he could, yeah.
They could have 2 guards who didn't know each other.
That'd be a good idea. And then a 3rd guard to watch those guards, and then another guard to watch those guards.
And then a really well-trained hawk to watch all 4 of them.
Yeah, and then he's got a horse in his room making escape on in case things go really bad. So now you think, after a decade of being plagued by weight-related illnesses which caused him constant pain throughout his life, King Henry deserved a quiet, Respectful death, like the kind he gave all those wives he didn't like.
Dude.
What, too soon?
After 6 months of married life, the only thing I'm having off is a red.
After King Henry died, his body literally exploded.
Wait, it blew up like a bomb.
Yeah, literally just exploded. Here's something you may not want to know. That when you die, your body releases a lot of gas. You've probably heard that you piss yourself and shit yourself and get an erection when you die. A lot of nasty things happen to the dead body, but especially nasty things happen to a dead body that weighs 400 pounds. So yeah, his body just, boom, just detonated. And I can't imagine that was very nice.
No.
Luckily, there was a pack of stray dogs that apparently came into the church that the coffin was being stored in and just ate it.
Ah.
Yeah, this is the thing that happened. Your history teacher just never told you, presumably because they were trying to protect your innocence and your youth, or they just didn't think you were metal enough to handle it.
Some may quit if they can, the rest I'll squash in my hand. Yes, that means they'll be slaughtered, even hung, drawn and quartered. There's nothing you can do to try and stop me, 'cause I'm King Henry. Oh, mama.
You're going to do a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to eat this biscuit while I'm doing it. Cool.
So unprofessional.
Yeah. Imagine if he saw this now, his mind would be fucking blown. For all that time eating potatoes and carrots and just like raw meat, and someone comes up and goes, yeah mate, it's a fucking biscuit.
Imagine if all you can eat buffet.
He fucking loses his mind. Let's go.
In his honour.
Uh-huh. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Why not? Why? Comment. Right. It's so dry. So what is 5,000 calories in Big Macs?
10.
So 10 Big Macs.
10 Big Macs.
That's a pretty fucking good day. I think if I was hungover enough, I could manage 10 Big Macs. The thing is that 10 Big Macs every single day, at that point, I don't think you're addicted to food, are you? You're just committed. So, if you get to the point where you're eating the equivalent of 10 Big Macs every single day, you don't have an addiction to food. You have a love affair with it.
Bear in mind, modern food is probably more calorific in smaller doses.
Yeah, with all the fat and sugar we put in it. He was doing this on a diet of just like roast turkey.
Like a slice of bread can be about 100. So that's 10, 50 slices of bread.
Did I tell you, as a friend of mine, he loved bread. He didn't give a fuck.
Was this friend a duck?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. And he used to bring in just dry bread and eat it in class. And one day we were sat and our table was in front of us. And he went, you know what? I bet I could eat a slice of bread the size of this table. Go on then. He said, I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking eat all this bread. And he was well up for it. He was fucking loving the idea of eating all this bread. And we worked out, like, slice of bread about this big. And that's about 30, 40, that's 2 loaves of bread. And our science teacher overheard us saying this. You know, if you eat that, you die, right? I was like, what do you mean I die? He goes, the loaf of bread's this big. You imagine putting that much dough in your stomach. And then the next day, you imagine trying to poop that out. And he just sat and went. And you could tell in his head he was thinking, a ball of dough that big, my arsehole. And he just went, you know what? I'm not going to do it.